All right, let's get right into it. We're going to be talking about a leadership philosophy that was born in the most intense, high-stakes place you can possibly imagine, the battlefield. It's called extreme ownership, and trust me, it completely flips the script on how we think about blame and responsibility.
And, just like with any tough teacher, the biggest lessons, they don't happen when everything's going smoothly. Nope, they're forged when it all goes sideways, catastrophically wrong. So let me paint you a picture. We're going to Ramadi, Iraq. The year is 2006, and this was the absolute heart of the insurgency. I mean, chaos wasn't the exception, it was the rule. So you've got this one operation and just everything goes wrong. You've got all these different groups out there, U.S. Army, Marines, Iraqi soldiers, and a small team of Navy SEALs. The battlefield is just this whirlwind of confusion and violence. And right there, in the middle of all that chaos, what they call the fog of war, a massive firefight breaks out. But here's the thing, the truly awful part? They weren't shooting at the enemy. No, because of a whole chain of mistakes and human error, they were fighting each other. The result was just devastating. One allied Iraqi soldier was killed. Several more were wounded. A SEAL was hit. This is what's known as fratricide. And in combat, that is the absolute mortal sin. The whole team was just shattered. Okay, so back at the base, it's time to face the music. The top commanders are flying in. Someone's head is going to roll for this. I mean, careers are absolutely on the line. So, during the official debrief, the SEAL commander, a guy named Jocko Willink, he stands in front of his man and he asks them one simple, incredibly direct question. Right away, one of the SEALs puts his hand up. It was me. I lost control of the Iraqi soldiers. He takes the blame, point blank. But Jocko just cuts him off. Nope, not your fault.
And then another guy chimes in. No, it was my fault. I didn't get our location out over the radio fast enough. And again, Jocko's like, no. And this goes on, one by one. Every guy in the room is trying to take the blame for some piece of what went wrong.
And that's when Jocko stops them all. And he tells them there was only one person to blame for every single thing that went wrong that day. And that person was him. He was the commander, the leader on the ground, which meant he was responsible for everything. End of story. And that right there, that's the heart of extreme ownership. The leader is responsible for everything in their world. Not just the stuff you're supposed to do, but everything that touches the mission. There's no one else to blame. And it doesn't stop there. You don't just own the mistake. You have to own the plan to fix it and win. And you can see how this creates two totally different worlds, right? You've got the blame culture where everyone's pointing fingers, making excuses, and the same problems just keep happening. Then you have an ownership culture. When the leader steps up and takes the blame, all that fear just evaporates. The team isn't worried about getting in trouble, they're focused on finding a solution. So problems actually get solved, and the team comes out strong. So, okay, how do you actually build a culture like this? Well, it's not some magic trick. It's a whole framework, really, built on a few really clear, practical laws of leadership. First, and this is huge, there are no bad teams, only bad leaders. It all flows from the top. The leader's attitude is infectious. If you're negative and checked out, guess what? Your team will be too. You also have to genuinely believe in the mission. If you don't, how can you expect anyone else to? And maybe the biggest one of all, check your ego at the door. Ego blinds you. It stops you from seeing problems and admitting when you're wrong. Okay, so what do you do when everything is hitting the fan at once and you feel totally overwhelmed? The SEALs have this simple little mantra: prioritize and execute. Step 1, just relax. Take a breath, get a grip on your own panic. Step 2, look around. Figure out what is the single most important thing you need to do right now. And step 3, make a call and do that one thing. This is how they handle massive, complex situations. It's called decentralized command. The senior leader doesn't try to be a puppeteer, controlling every single move. Instead, they just make sure everyone understands the why, the big picture goal, what they call commander's intent. And then, they trust their junior leaders on the ground to make the calls to get it done. Now, this stuff isn't just for soldiers. This is a philosophy for life. It all boils down to one powerful idea: discipline equals freedom. Because really, the highest form of ownership is taking control of yourself. And just think about it for a second. What's the first test you face every single day? It's not some big project at work. It's your alarm clock. The moment it goes off, you have a choice. Do you get up or do you hit snooze?
That tiny little act of discipline, that sets the tone for your entire day. Win that first battle, and you've got momentum to win the next one. So let's be honest. When you look at your own goals, what's really stopping you? We've all got our go-to list of excuses, right? I'm too tired. I don't have enough time. I don't have the money. But extreme ownership makes you look in the mirror and face the hard truth. The only real obstacle is you. You have to own your own weaknesses before you can ever hope to fix them. Okay, so there's one last piece to this puzzle. It's a super powerful mental tool, a way to completely reframe any problem you face with just one little word. The word is good. That's it. Anytime something goes wrong, your default response is just good. Mission gets canceled? Good. Now we can put all our energy into this other thing. You didn't get that promotion? Good. Gives you more time to get even better. See? It turns every single setback into an opportunity. It means you're not out of the game, you're still here, you can still adapt, and you can still find a way to win. Look, at the end of the day, this whole thing isn't just about leading a team or winning a battle. It's a challenge. It's a call to action for your entire life. It's about taking ownership of all of it, the wins, the losses, the good, the bad, and leading yourself where you want to go. So that really just leaves one last question. And it's not for tomorrow or next week. It's for right now. What is the one thing you are going to stop making excuses for and take total, absolute ownership of starting today?